Okay, going live one more time today. This may be the last time. This could be the last time. But maybe the last time. I don't know. But I do know that God did not know until he found out. That's what I know. Now, you can argue, you can make up, you can play your cheating games. Mhm. But after you get through, God did not know until he found out. Mhm. Now, what did God not know? Oh, God did not know that he was going to be upset with himself for making a man out of dust when he made Adam. No, God did not know that. He hadn't planned it. It didn't, he didn't foresee uh, the things that would take place between the time that Noah was born and the time, you know, 500 years. Noah, Noah was 500 years old when God looked at the situation and decided to do something. Noah was 500 years old. Adam had been dead a number of years, and God did not plan for Adam to eat anything that Eve might have brought him to eat. He didn't have it planned. Now you can say whatever you want. God did not have it planned. He didn't need to have it planned. I mean, why would God need such a plan? When God decided that he would make a man out of dust, mhm, God didn't consult with anybody about a man being made out of dust. Now, you may read something somewhere that somebody put in a book, but just because you read it in a book don't mean it's true, does it? Of course not. Just because you read it in a book means it's true? Of course not. And there are people today that don't believe that God made Adam and then put him to sleep and took a rib out of his body and made a woman for Adam. There's some people that don't believe that. I'm not one of those people that don't believe that God did these things. I believe God did make Adam out of the dust. And I do believe that God put Adam to sleep and opened him up and took a part of his body, and made a woman. I mean, if God can take rocks and raise up children to Abram or Abraham, why would it be a stretch of understanding to know that God can put a man to sleep and take a part of his body and make something out of it? It's obvious that he did. He made Eve. And then some things happened. When God made Eve, the plan wasn't for Eve to talk to anyone about eating off of a tree, a plant, a tree in the garden. That wasn't the plan. Now, that's the way it went, but it wasn't his plan. And when God decided that things had gotten bad on the earth, he didn't ask around to see how he felt about it. No. You do you people that hear me actually never read what's written in a Bible? Have you ever thought that you might want to look and see what's in the Bible? I mean, I don't know if people look at the Bible anymore. I really don't. I have one. I've had this one for a number of years. I have. It was copyrighted in 1985. No, it was copyrighted 1978. This edition published in 1985. It's fixing to be 2025. 1985 to 2025. How many years is that? 40? 40 years. I have been looking at words in this book for 40 years. If it wasn't this book, it was one just like it. It was one just like it. Absolutely just like the one in my hand. And it says in chapter 6 of Genesis, just as plain as anyone can read anything out of a book. Look, I know some people, and you do too, and all people are not alike in their thoughts. They're alike in other ways, but their thinking, not necessarily. They don't think alike. But God was thinking one day, and he said in Genesis chapter 6, verse 7, I will blot out man whom I have created from the face of the land. I am sorry that I have made them. Talking about animals and man. Because God said, I have created from the face of the land. I'm going to what? Blot out man whom I have created from the face of the land, from man to animals, to creeping things, and to birds of the sky. For I am sorry that I have made them. God never in 100, never in 1,000, never in 1,000,000 years did God plan to have to do what he's fixing to do with Noah. He didn't have it planned. But as he looked and as he saw, he got upset. He was sorry. I am sorry that I have made them. Now, did God blame anybody else? No, he didn't. No, God didn't blame anybody else. But Noah found favor with God. And I'm glad he did. I really am. It's worked out pretty good. I'm glad he did.